The advice for the incoming senior class. Oh, that's interesting.
Be careful of competition. We are always, there's a lot in our culture that tells us to be competitive and to make ourselves into strong competitors. Personally, I have found that at times in my life when I was competing with people, there was always someone better than I was. And I kind of lost heart and didn't pursue things as well as I could have. Whereas if I had taken the concept of just doing my personal best with things, I would have done much better sooner. Later on, I discovered that I didn't have to compete with people all the time to reach my potential, to reach more of what I could do. Now, there's, of course, always times when you're going to compete. We can't avoid that in our society. I just like to pass that on to people.
To not lose your work ethic and your vision of what you're going to be doing after, to work right to the very end, but make sure that you participate in everything that the administration provides and that the senior class provides over the course of the year.
Take advantage of all the opportunities that are here at South Burlington. Really maximize that year. Don't let it be an off year. Even though you're really busy with college applications, maintain your academic focus and remember to have fun and maintain a balance between school and work and friends and other life stuff.
I think what's difficult for your class is that everybody's been touting this year's senior class as like the best. And I kind of like, oh man, it's not fair. And I actually think that I have actually told people that I think the juniors are going to go for a run for their money because there's a lot of cool kids in that class too. So my advice is just do what you're doing now and be who you are and try to be better. And I think you will be better than the next class. Stay classy and have empathy.
I think the crucial aspect of beginning each year is doing a bit of self-evaluation as to what is working in a positive way for you as an individual, or I hate to use the word negative, but let's say what would be some of the areas that you might improve so that you have a successful senior year. I think it's also important that I would know that if I get into a contentious situation, whether it's with a teacher or academics or athletics or personal life, I would know where my support systems were in the school, because I should realize as a senior that I will be in an environment where 99.99% of the adults and the people who work at this high school believe in supporting students to be successful. That would be my special comments to the class of 2014.
Stay focused, work hard because your grades still count. If you haven't got involved yet, definitely get involved in clubs and activities. Pay attention to your friends, stay close to your friends. Just, the work ethic of a lot of the students that I've had previously, and personality and attitude. It's all good.
We were just wondering if you had any advice for our class for senior year.
For senior year? Just every class has a Yuki. You just need to find that person, bring them out, bring the Yuki out in that person.
I think people talk a lot about how the junior year is a really important year academically, and I think that the message that can be sent there is that the senior year is not as important, and I think that that's a real unfortunate message, because the reality is what we're doing here is to try to prepare students for life after high school, and that's not just about getting into college. And so if it may be true that junior year is a really important year in terms of getting into college, but we're a little bit more concerned about people being successful in their next step, whatever it is. And so if senior year isn't a time where students continue to have or continue to develop academic success skills, independent skills, responsible behavior, things like that, then it's not going to be a good experience for them when they get out of high school. So my advice to the juniors is, I think that notion that junior year has some larger import than senior year is completely misplaced.
Lewis, how do you feel about the incoming seniors? Like, what do you have to say to them?
Nothing.
Come on,
I hate you all. I hope you graduate this year so I don't have to deal with you next year. Bye.
He walks away dramatically.